So we're back here at LEGOLAND California to do a little bit of an update video for the winter slash kind of early spring, because there is a lot to talk about since the last time I was here with big news happening in the LEGO Galaxy Land and of course the new ride. So got a lot of news there, but we're also going to do a walk around of the whole park, showcase what's new, updates on construction, closures, and other things as we walk through. We started here in the beginning stage, or I should say we start here in the beginning area, and one of the biggest things that's happening is this beautiful, huge centerpiece. And look at this. I don't know how many bricks it takes to build this, but this is, I mean, this is honestly probably close to at least 25 feet tall once you get to the very top of the flags over there. But there's all the lands and some of the rides are expressed here in this piece. We got, of course, the driving school here. There's actual sounds I can hear coming off of it, like the engine revving, the stoplights going, the lights over here. Oh, when it opened in California, March 1st or March in 1999, when LEGOLAND opened. We got Dragon Coaster here. All the eyes move on it. I heard there's the representative of the water park as we go around. We got Duplo here with Hopsy. We got Ninjago Land. We got the goat. Oh, that's probably like the Duplo farm area over there, the goat. Look, goat effect, goat effect. If you know, you know. We got the Lego Friends over here. My favorite land, Castle Hill up there. And then we got Miniland USA represented over here. This is pretty cool. Got the Hotel Del Coronado, the Golden Gate Bridge. Maybe this is supposed to represent San Diego or something like that. The beach. Or what is this supposed to represent? A pagoda somewhere in Asia? Like Japan? I don't know. Maybe San Francisco as well too. Pirate Shores up there. This is really, really cool. Wow. Very, very impressed with that. They've been building some really good models up here in the front. Like they had the tree during Halloween time. They had the, of course, the Christmas tree that happens every year during the holidays. And then I've been noticing that they just keep adding and adding the little Lego figures like this, like Triceratops, one of my favorites over here. You got the toadstool mushroom person right over here. So cool. Got the beginning stage over here is set up for Ninjago. Of course, we are here during the Ninjago's weekend, which of course it's an update on itself, the return of Ninjago weekend. It took a hiatus last year, and so it is back. Very fun. It kind of correlates around the same time as Lunar New Year festivities. So this is kind of LEGOLAND's version of the Lunar New Year celebration. There's taiko drums, there's shows, karate, Ninjago characters, meet and greets, whole bunch of stuff to be had. So I'm actually here doing a video on the Ninjago weekend. So that's a separate video if you want to check that out. I don't know which one's going to be out first, the update video or the Ninjago one, but definitely want to watch both of them if you are interested. We're making our way through Dino Valley and into LEGO Movie World. No real updates occurring in either of these two lands, except for a couple of ride closures, which I will be mentioning towards the end of the video. But our main point is to walk this way as we do for the updates for the new Galaxy Land and Ride. We're going to head up into the Duplo Playtown area to look at the hill, to look down and get an aerial view. Lots of big news. Just a quick little update here on LEGO Movie World. The little water pond area that's here next to Benny's spaceship is closed right now, but that is because of the season. Normally this is only open during springtime to late fall. Once it hits winter time, it closes down for the season. It definitely could use some repair as well too. Looks like the area around it has definitely seen better days. So I can see this being maintained and repaired before, probably around March or so, it'll probably reopen. Because that will also be the same time that the water park also opens as well too, when people start to want to think about getting into the water. Wow, this looks real nice. The whole queue, the ride portion, showroom, show building, the front entrance to it. Wow, look at how, I love these colors. Fun, energetic, spacey, futuristic-y. Wow, I've seen some videos and some pictures recently, and I'm excited to show you guys. The screen that they have right now for the LEGO Galaxy Land is shortened up. You can see they definitely brought the construction wall all the way over here to the corner where that little snack stand was. But you can actually kind of visibly see over the ride itself, but we'll get a little bit higher of a view in just a moment. But we do have an official opening date that is March 6th, just a little less than 2 months away. definitely looking forward to that. I will be there for sure. But even the sign here, look at this, made out of Lego bricks. Here we are. We made it all the way up to Duplo Playtown Hill to check out the aero view, as we always do, for the new Galaxyland and Galacticoaster. Wow, this is we got some stuff to talk about here. Really exciting. We have some news, we got some updates happening with specifically about the Galaxy, the new land, as well as the ride itself. So a couple things. One is we do have confirmation opening day of March 6th for here in California. Florida will be on February 27th. But there is also, they don't have as much of a land. They only have the one ride and then some of the play area around it. They don't have the other rides that we do. So hence why they get a few days ahead of us. But we did get a confirmation of a few things here we wanted to do. We have a total of 3 rides. We do have a play area and 3 food offerings as well too. And then just a little preface to this one. Recently, Legoland just had some content creators, media and whatnot out here for a hard hat tour, did some behind the scenes. So that's how I was able to get some of the information about what's going on over here. And I may put some of their videos from Legoland stories or for video to kind of showcase what I'm talking about. I got my notes here on my phone, but let's dive in to see what we're talking about here. So let's start off with the big one. That's going to be Galacticoaster. We already know it's the largest coaster ever built by Legoland, and the first one built in over 20 years, so very excited for that one. We're going to talk about the queue. So it looks like with the queue, there is a general, first of all, there's a general standby, reserve and ride, and the introduction of a single rider line. I was able to see in some of the videos there that the queue sign says single rider line in the front. That's a big deal. That's a big deal. One is, you know, they're going to probably anticipate larger crowds, especially at the first few months to a year of this ride being open. And it is vehicles that have only 4 rider occupancies. So families of 3, there's going to be obviously a seat open. The families that have more than 4, you know, 5 or 6, easy enough. You put 2 extra people in there, single rider. So I have a feeling that being a single rider on this ride is going to be to your advantage. We go into a briefing room where we get introduced to a new character called Biff Dipper, and he is Legoland's first animatronic. He has 9 body movements and 45 facial expressions. He's going to tell you about the mission, do a mission overbrief, what to expect. And from what I gather, the biggest thing about this whole ride is that you're going to build a customized spaceship. And that's the whole thing, is interactiveness. Use your creativity, use your mind to build the coolest spaceship you can think of. So we have to build the most awesomest spaceship possible so that we can attract the quote-unquote separators, which I'm going to assume are a new alien. My guess is, I think it's those little green creatures. That's what I think they are, the separators. Because apparently by us creating a cool, awesome spaceship, it's going to attract them so that they can dismantle the big asteroid that's on its way to Legoland to destroy Legoland. So that's what we're trying to do. Build a cool rocket ship, have them come visit us, go destroy the asteroid, and we save everyone. Mission simple, pretty simple. And then we're going to go now into the customization room. We are going to be given an RFID wristband. I'm going to assume that's going to be 1 per person, not one per group. That you're going to have these, look, I saw them, you have these large screens, touch screens, in which you're going to be able to customize a few things. You have the body of the spaceship, which is going to be standard for everybody, but you can do nose, wings, tail, and an extra. I've seen things like balloons and space thrusters and funny stuff like that. Some of the components are real cool looking spaceship style component, and some are just completely out of this world, like burger for wings, a dragon tail, like, okay, craziness. Apparently there's 625 combinations, so the whole point is that you can essentially ride this ride every day for almost 2 full years and never experience the same ride. That's pretty cool. So once you're done with that, then you're going to board your spaceship. Apparently the RFID bracelet is going to be recognized throughout the ride. And I imagine there's going to be some sort of screens or something, kind of like, I'm thinking like how Radiator Springs Racers, if you ever rode that ride at DCA, the Disney California Adventure, when you're in Luigi's Casa de la Tire and you know, Guido does the thing where he's lifting you up and then they reveal and there's like a white wall on the tire, but there's not really, it's kind of like a Pepper's Ghost effect. Maybe that's what they're going to do, or maybe it's even more complicated like that and there's going to be some digital screens all around and it's going to be pretty cool. Who knows? I don't know, but I'm really excited. But apparently the RFID, whoever's wearing it, the ride will track you and you'll be able to see your spaceship while you're going. That sounds pretty cool. The ride itself is it's a 4-seat coaster. It does go up to 40 miles per hour, which, just to put some sense to that, Space Mountain at Disneyland, the fastest it goes is only 32 miles per hour. We're going to go a whole 8 miles per hour faster than that. Now, granted, I think that's going to be really on the launch portion of it because it is a launch coaster. Because again, we're launching into space. So my guess is that's probably where the fastest portion of it goes. But then still, that's pretty quick. I would imagine the ride is still going to end up being somewhere in the 30s. There's 4 people per car, 12 cars per train, and 6 trains total in this whole ride. The car apparently does rotate, but I don't know. I wasn't able to determine whether it means rotational while you're actually riding or if it just rotates, because the loading portion of it is like you're kind of like on an Omnimover, like at Disneyland, where the ride's slowly going through on a treadmill. You load on, and then maybe the ride rotates to get onto the track, or does it actually rotate on the track while it's riding, kind of like how Guardians of the Galaxy's Cosmic Rewind is, or the Sierra Sidewinder and Knott's Berry Farm, where you're going straight, but then at points in time you actually rotate as you're going up and down. So you're going whoa, whoa, like that. Who knows? Maybe it is that way. There is a over-the-head individual lap bar, so the restraints aren't that crazy. Just bring it down like this to ride. 36 inches to ride with an adult, 48 inches by yourself. And there is a launch beginning. There is lights, there's screens, there's darkness and physical props inside the ride as well. And hopefully we are successful in our mission and we saved Legoland and we get a thank you at the end. And I'm sure obviously we'll probably exit into a gift shop. I would imagine that. But very excited. We know a few things. Again, the Galacticoaster opening with the land on March 6th. So excited for this ride. And let's talk a little bit about the queue. You can see on the queue right now they have, so from what I gathered when I saw it earlier, is the reserve and ride and the single rider line will be on the right hand side as you entrance. And you can see the orange sign that's right here. That's the beginning of the entrance to the ride. So we say to the right to go into the ride, and this green window solarium effect over here, I believe that's extended queue. There's like a space station. I saw that there's some Lego characters around the Sky Tower over there. Even some aliens are roundabout over here. Now, I think what's happening is that obviously everything's still not in its own place. So some of the Lego characters I saw and some of the elements are probably needing to be moved, but they probably have to get something prepared first before they can officially move them. So where things are located at this very moment, obviously I wouldn't hold that as gospel to where they're going to be standing permanently. But I love the colors of like the reminiscent of the old school space Legos. They got the old school logo, they got the colors, they even got some of this alien green and pink. A space station. There's a big screen over here. They're doing some testing, but just to the right, you can see, oh, there it is right there. Spaceport 886, which of course is a nod to an original old school space set. Everything is very immersive. Everything is about theming and about storytelling, which is what I love about theme parks, is that when you go to a theme park, you want to feel like you're inside. You want to feel like you're in your own little area, and the world that exists that you know every day doesn't really exist for that brief moment in time. You want to separate yourself from that. So I love the theming, I love the immersiveness, and the storytelling is going to be with this land. There is actually this new ride over here. This is the spinny round that we have a name for, the G-Force Test Facility. So this is, think of like a human version of a centrifuge, like how NASA astronauts actually train in a centrifuge. This is going to be the Legoland version of it. Like I said, it's kind of like how the Riptide Rescue is at SeaWorld San Diego. It's going to be, I would imagine, the same style of ride. And it looks to be that case. Maybe not as thrilling, but I can tell they got the arms here. Looks like there's about three or four cars per arm, and then they rotate and kind of are at a slight angle as they spin and rotate around the green alien guy over there. So, and there's the queue with the green fencing, and it is shaded with tarps over it for the sunny days here in San Diego, so very nice. The old Sky Patrol, which I'm going to pan over here, you can kind of see some of it. So you know how the old Sky Patrol was like the helicopters would go up and down, and there was like a police one, a rescue one, and whatnot. Well, that is the one that's been rethemed to Duplo Launch and Land and that is getting a space retheme. You can see right now they got the space logos. They got like green, like, or yellow, or no, not even orange alarms. I see some of the ride vehicles are in purple, some are in green. All the like the colors that you see on the show building in the main portion of the land. So so the ride is staying, and it's in the same location, obviously, right there in the corner next to the Funtown stage. It's a little hard to see, but there also will be a junior astronaut trainee zone. Now that's going to be like a play area that's very similar to where I'm standing right now in the Duplo area. From what I saw, there's some Lego figures and some moon Land Rovers and buildings and stuff. So it feels like you're kind of like on a alien planet. That's the best way. I would imagine it's going to be the best spot for the littlest of explorers to be waiting with mom or dad, while maybe big brother, big sister goes with mom and dad on the bigger kid rides. We also have affirmation of 3 food offerings, or 3 places we can pick up some food. The big one is going to be, I actually like this name, the Ultimate Food Outlet, as you can guess, the UFO. And this one's going to be really, really themed. So first of all, it's in the old Funtown kitchen that has been rethemed. There's planets up on the wall, there's aliens all over, minifigures and all that good stuff. Really cool theming. And I did see some of the food that was offered at the content creator media event, and there's things like green tacos, and I saw some noodle dishes and ube purple colored churros and all that stuff. So I'm hoping that they're going to go along with that, like, traditional food, maybe with like a slight twist to it, like the noodles. They'll, like how Docking Bay 7 is Star Wars and Galaxy's Edge does, with everything is. It's supposed to be like it's all alien-y and they give it cool names. I'm hoping they do that as well too, Mac and cheese, they're gonna color it green or something like that. That would be, things like that would be really cool. I hope that the food is delicious and rethemed, and of course when the land's open, we'll do a complete video on that whole new food place. Again, called the UFO, the Ultimate Food Outlet. And there is another place called Stardust Treats, and another one called Satellite Bites. Now, I'm not 100% sure which one's which. My guess is that Stardust Treats is going to be like a snack stand, maybe like popcorn and churros and things of that nature. There might be a smaller cart in the land. But my guess is with Satellite Bites, because I did see a chicken sandwich, what appeared to be a chicken sandwich in the media event. I have a feeling, because Burger Stop is closed right now, and it's inside the Galaxy Land. So I have a feeling that they're going to retheme the Burger Stop to fit the theme of Galaxy Land and turn it into a space. Obviously, they don't have to do too much. They just have to do mainly stuff on the outside. Color, paint, wallpaper, I don't know. Maybe put a couple figures out in the front, but I have a feeling that that's going to be the Satellite Bites. And then they're going to have the Stardust Treats again. It's going to be more of a snack stand. What is good to have a new land without some sort of retail? We're going to have the Orbital Outpost. That's going to be the retail store that's here. Everything there's going to be, space fair, souvenirs, theming. I'm sure there's going to be some space and some alien style Lego sets are going to be sold there. Plushies. There is a new character that's introduced just for the land. It's like an alien guy. I think there's going to be like a total of like 10 or 11 is what I heard at the last media thing. So who knows? There's going to be a lot of special cool characters there. We're going to be introduced just for the land. Very excited to see all that. And that's really what we know about the new land that's opening up here, including the Galacticoaster ride. Again, opening March 6th here, February 27th in Florida. Very excited. I will definitely be here. Hopefully, I will get invited to a media event or for the media day. But regardless, I will be here opening day to check it all out and film it all and have a great time here. Been covering this one for like the last year, and I'm really excited to finally have it come to fruition and finalize and be done. We're right, almost at the finish line. Very excited. Fast forward a little bit in time here, because while I'm filming this update video is actually during my visit here for Ninjago weekend. So we had to run and cut short to go see some of the shows that were performing here. So obviously we lost a little bit of daylight. So the park is closing in about 20-25 minutes. So we got a lot to do still here. I'm walking my way past Miniland USA. We're going to connect to as far as we can with regards to Funtown, because that will be the next stop of our journey. We're walking our way into Funtown because we're going to start with some closures that are going to be happening here at Legoland. Now, depending on when this video gets up, these closures may be already in effect. They may be over, I don't know. But at the moment of the recording of this video, which is on Saturday, January 17th, this is the news that I have to report for you. We are here on the other side of Lego Galaxy Land. Of course, we'll be opening on March 6th, as we mentioned earlier. A little bit on different side view here. Again, the Funtown kitchen is going to be turned into the UFO Ultimate Food Outlet, and very excited for that one. But a couple things to mention about here first. Again, Burger Stop, that's over on that side, is closed. According to the website, it is supposed to actually be opening January 31st. So I don't know if they're going to open up the restaurant prior to the land, because again, I believe the theming is going to be changed to match Galaxy Land. So are they going to open that Burger Stop to the original Burger Stop, or are they going to change it to Galaxy Land? Who knows? Again, no 100% confirmation on what exactly is going on, but Burger Stop is supposed to be opening again on January 31st. At the same time, January 31st, the Funtown restrooms will be made available once more. Those restrooms, as you can see on the painting, I can see blue and orange that matches the colors of the show building in Galaxy Land. So they definitely are going to be themed to the space. Talk about the water park. As you know, it's obviously closed, that including both the Legoland water park and the Chima water park. The Legoland water park will be reopening, I believe it is on March 21st. If not, I'll put the correct date on here. The Chima water park will usually open sometime in May. So the Legoland water park proper will be the only thing that's opening in March. Attached to the water park technically is the Pirate Reef ride. So Pirate Reef is the one ride in which you can actually access on both the Legoland water park as well as the Legoland park, theme park side. So it is closed right now for the season. It should reopen once the water park opens. But also the Pirate Battle Shore Splash Battle. Look at this, there is something going on over here. We knew that this was closed, but there is no talk about exactly when it's supposed to be opening, and there is some major stuff happening if they put on a large wooden wall around it with some scrim. I'm gonna go up here, see if I can catch something a little bit higher. Yeah, I can't see anything of what's going on. Yeah, there's a lot going on. I didn't even know about this ride. There must be something really happening here. Well, looky this. Look at the brand new restrooms that are open here next to Pirate Shores, next to the Churros con Chocolate. Wow, I like the blue and yellow. Really cool. So we have two family restrooms right over there, or non-gender specific restrooms. We do have men's restrooms on the right, women's restrooms on the left, and they have the sinks on the outside right over here, including they got the soap style, okay, soap dispensers, the water, and the hand dryer right on the right hand side. That's pretty cool. I like the color. Obviously we're not going to go inside because that would just be rude and inappropriate. And they do have a bench seating right over here should you need to wait for your party. Good to have the restrooms back over there too, because it was kind of a little bit of a pain, especially with the Funtown restrooms being closed. You know, your closest restrooms were pretty much over here by Castle Hill. Made it all the way up here to the Dragon Coaster, because unfortunately my favorite ride is going to be going down for a little bit in the month of February 9th through the 27th. There's going to be a closure on the Dragon Coaster, so get your rides in before the month of February while you still can, but she'll be back right afterward. So I wanted to just kind of quash a rumor that was happening recently. There was a rumor that the Bionicle Blaster teacups was going to go away permanently because it wasn't here, and then apparently it wasn't, or was here, wasn't, and all of a sudden. But anyways, it's here. Bionicle Blaster is here. It was just for refurbishment between January 5th and the 23rd. So obviously we are just a few days away from opening. It honestly looks like they might, I can see things look like they got repainted. Oh yeah, look, like I'm gonna turn the camera around. Yeah, you can see the black marks down there got repainted, resurfaced. Even the rides themselves, those look like brand new pieces of plastic and rubber. Like all the colors, everything just looks touched up, beautiful. You know, this ride was getting a little long in the tooth. And it's a teacup ride. It's a family-friendly ride. Everybody can ride it. So I don't see why they would ever remove it. So anyways, she is back, ready to go. We're here in the Imagination Zone area. There's actually this whole building row right here we got to talk about. We got the old Lego Dreams area. This was transformed to Build to Give during the holiday season. And looks like they still got the old inside still there. So obviously they'll change this back most likely to Lego Dreams or to potentially something else, who knows. And right next door was Lego Space, which has pretty much gone away now for the most part. It's pretty much just turned into the entertainment kind of like green room. So I don't know if Space will be coming back per se. Hopefully it does. I really enjoyed it. And then over here was the Creative Workshop yellow and blue rooms, which were turned into the Little Big Shop. You can remember they had when the Lego shop was still being created or being redone. This was the mini version of it while the big building was gone. And there is no date yet with regards to the transition of this building over here, the different rooms. Again, Lego Dreams, Lego Space, and the Creative Workshop. No dates whatsoever on those. So we'll keep an eye on that and update you accordingly. For anybody who didn't check out my holiday video for holidays at Legoland, the news of the new Lego store is open. It's been open since about November time, but here she is ready. We'll go inside, probably just do a quick little video montage about it. But it's a pretty cool one. Lots of sets, some big open spacing, some interactives, cool displays. Lost, in my opinion, a little bit of that appeal than the kitschiness of the big store, the Lego big store. It's still a nice store, but it's more common like you see like at a mall, downtown Disney. It has more of that aesthetic, but oh well, c'est la vie. Here's a little Duplo play area right over there. All the themed items. You got Disney, you got Marvel, you got Ninjago, you got Wicked, you got everything here. But some of the cool highlights, first of all, the big tree that's right here in the middle, the creativity tree, or whatever it's called, I apologize, but this is so cool the way it is with all the Lego sets and building. You look around, there's islands like you're in a Lego world map. It's so cool. It's like a bunch of little Easter eggs in there. You see little Lego creatures, sharks and krakens and whales. It's so cool. And there's little peekaboos like that guy is looking at right now. That's one of the big hits here. Also, they moved all the registers to one side of the store. There's 14 registers, as you can see here, and it's kind of divided up into two rows. You kind of split up here in the middle, and there's a left section and a right section. They also told me that they're permanently going to have this building area right over here in the middle, and every so often they will put some collages, mosaics right here. But they're going to have this permanent Lego build here. Probably the number one thing that's here at the new Lego store is the make your own custom minifigure. So you purchase the box, $11.99, you get the little minifigure, and they have a customized screen. You can put your name, you make custom printed t-shirts, and then you get to pick all the accessories here that are available. You know, all the hairs, the hats, the accessories, you know, everything from guitars to skateboards. You can dress yourself up as a chili pepper. It's pretty, and this is always packed, really packed. So I would recommend, if you want to do this, do it sooner in the day. Don't wait till the last minute because it's just that busy. But the one thing I definitely want to do is I want to get myself a mosaic. So they have the mosaic maker where you can upload the photo right there. And what they do is that they essentially make the Lego mosaic out of the photo, or actually the photo into a Lego mosaic. So if you go up close, you know, you see different colored Legos, but you pull back and you got the image. So you can actually do your own picture, you and your loved one, your pet, whatever. Is so cool. And it's right there. And then of course you can also pick up Lego pieces by the box. Here's the boxes. Fill her up with all the different shapes and colors and sizes that you may need for your creativity. I also like how they do these little domes here that show like the rotating creativity of like the sets here. Good display pieces. They also have a more enlarged version of the older kids, adult versions of Lego sets. Now, it necessarily doesn't mean you have to be 18. It does say 18 up, but that's more just based upon the difficulty of the Lego set itself. Even minifigures, or I should say Lego figures in here. It's a beautiful store. It is. Don't get me wrong. It's a very beautiful store. I just realized the lights are like the pegs on a Lego. I just saw that. Wow. Anyways, it's a beautiful store. Don't get me wrong, but I kind of miss the kitschiness of the, you know, the big store, right? But oh well. And I'm glad we came back here to check out the large figure at the beginning. So yeah, some of the lights are even more bright. They got the headlights on the car over there, the stop lights, the lanterns on Ninjago. I wonder if the flame on the dragon lights up. That would be cool if it does. While the DJ Brickbeats is playing behind us right now, let's talk about some of the upcoming events for the year here at Legoland California Resort. Today at the filming of this, so this was on January 17th, was actually the Kids Marathon Mile, which is actually, from what I hear, is pretty cool. I may actually do one next year. You register for it. Apparently you kind of start off in the parking lot and walk, jog, run your way through. It's a short 1 mile run. Fun. Kids actually get a ticket to come back to Legoland for the cost of their admission. There's, I think, finisher medals or t-shirts or something. It's a bunch of fun stuff apparently. So that was today. So obviously we won't see that again till next year. We're currently in Ninjago weekends right now, which is running weekends January 17th through February 16th. So depending on when this video comes out, definitely check out my Ninjago video for this year. If it's up before this video, the update video is up. Of course, we already mentioned it, but again, Lego Galaxy is going to open on March 6th. Very excited for that one. So can't express how excited I am for that ride and for the land to open. Lego Festival is going to be returning. We don't have an exact date, but it will be during the summertime. Last year it was early May, so I would envision roughly going to be about the same time. Definitely probably either Memorial Day weekend or hopefully a couple weekends prior to Memorial Day weekend. That's my guess. We do have, of course, Red, White, and Boom, the 4th of July celebration that happens on July 4th. Fireworks displays happening over there, especially foods, dance parties, things of that nature to celebrate the summer and July 4th. Some holiday favorites, Brick or Treat, of course, will be returning. Again, no dates on that one, but we'll expect that to happen in September and October, as well as Halloween season. Brick or Treat happens on the weekend, Saturdays for the time. Halloween is going to be throughout the entirety of the Halloween season. That again will fall sometime in the fall for September, October time. That's when it should be happening. The holidays at Legoland, Christmas celebration is going to be returning. Again, no dates on that one, but that should be returning usually about mid-November, give or take, a couple weeks before Thanksgiving, running until usually the weekend after the 1st of January into New Year. And then of course we do have Kids New Year's Eve, which will be on the 31st, December 31st, 2026. And of course there's fireworks and the ball drop, well, the Legoland version of the ball drop, which usually happens at 6 o'clock. So you get a little early midnight New Year's celebration that way. So, and that's what we're gonna have for events-wise here at Legoland, California. I'll be doing a couple other videos this year for the channel with regards to Legoland. I'm going to do a full tour video that we're going to start from A to Z with the whole thing about it, do a complete walk around, ride some rides, do some reviews on some of the food here. Pretty much your A to Z guy when it comes to Legoland California. I want to do that for you guys here. And then I'll be doing a couple other reviews. I'm going to plan to stay at the hotel. Most likely it will be at the Castle Hotel. That's the one I really want to stay at. So I'll be doing a hotel review stay there. And maybe towards the end of the year, I might do the other hotel. We'll see, it kind of depends on, but I do want to hit both of those hotels sometime this year to do a complete video review on those for you. And then of course on March 6th or shortly thereafter, we will be here for Lego Galaxy, and I will be doing my whole video on that, POV if available, if I can do it, hopefully I can, food review on the new restaurant, all that good stuff. So you can definitely expect to look forward to that video and the tour one and a hotel one within the next couple months. Well, I think that's going to do it for our time here at Legoland California as we hear the Cupid Shuffle playing behind us. I had a great time doing a little bit of an update video for you. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, do me a big favor, big thumbs up on the video, like it for me, subscribe to the channel if you're new here and you haven't done so already, and then take it one step further, follow me on social media at Big Red Journeys on TikTok and Twitter, Instagram for even more content. So for me to you, thank you, and then I'll see you on the next journey. Bye-bye now.